What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, which I know 65% of you watching are not subscribed, well then please be sure to subscribe to my channel. It helps me out a lot. And if you guys are watching, there's no point not to subscribe. So make sure to do that. And today we're going to talk about a company that recently IPO'd. ARK Invest has been buying it, and it's been on a lot of people's radars, and that's Roblox. So Roblox is a leader in the new concept called Metaverse, which is a new form of gaming and entertainment. I talked about this company when it first IPO'd, and I explained how what I really like about them is their business model and how they really promote the creators and developers of the games on their platform. The way it works is essentially it's a gaming platform where people can create their own games or they could play games. And Roblox, they pay these creators, these developers to make games, and they actually pay them much better than all the other companies in this space. So they pay a lot out to their creators every year. There's hundreds of creators on Roblox that make over $100,000 a year from making their games. And this is great because Roblox isn't reliant on just having one game that does well. If trends change, people don't like games anymore, well, there's constantly new creators and old creators who are making new games. They're always developing, always creating, and that is what's so important about this platform. Currently, they have about 37 million people who use Roblox every single month, and all the games that are played were built by more than 8 million developers and creators. Currently, the stock is sitting right around $69.80 per share at about a $38.4 billion market cap, and the stock has done extremely well in terms of what they were originally projecting the IPO to be at versus what it is now. They were originally projecting the IPO to be a lot lower than it was, and the valuation is high. But it's factoring in a lot of years of growth and the prospects for this company long term. In total, more than 30 billion hours were spent on the platform in 2020, and that was rapid acceleration and more than doubling compared to 2019. This was mainly driven by the pandemic and a lot of traction that the company got. So they more than doubled the total number of hours spent on the platform. And on top of this, also the users increased dramatically as well. So those are some of the things about just the basics of the company, what they do with their creators, the games they play, how many people are on it, 37 million, how many hours have been played last year alone, 38 billion hours. Now let's get into the valuation talk. So like I said, right around a $38 billion company right now. And if we look at the underlying financials of the company, the numbers are not extremely high in terms of their valuation, like the numbers that they're doing in terms of revenue, sales, and all of those numbers are not high in terms of their valuation. They're actually pretty low, but they're growing very rapidly, and they're in an industry that's just at the beginning. ARK Invest bought 500,000 shares of this company, and you don't see that very often. ARK Invest, Kathy Wood, they're not the people who invest in a startup, not in a startup, but in a company that just IPO'd. It's not like them to invest the day of the IPO, and they invested over $35 million in this company the very first day it IPO'd, and they bought a lot of shares of it. In terms of their numbers, revenue grew 56% from to just over $500 million in 2019 from 2018. And in 2020, they grew at 82%. So they're growing at a faster rate. 2018 to 2019, they grew 56%. 2019 to 2020, they grew 82%. Now they're doing just about $1 billion in revenue, and they're continuing to grow at a very, very rapid rate. That's what you want to see with a company like this that has a very high valuation. You want to see that they're growing at a very fast rate. And it's even better that they're growing faster every single year, 56% to 82%. And then this year, they're projecting about 100% year over year growth. The couple of risks of investing in them now, while I do think they are a great long-term play, there are a couple of short-term risks. The big risk is, with everything going on in the pandemic, are people going to revert back to old habits and maybe not be playing online games as much? That's one of the big risks. And in my opinion, I don't really think that's the case. People who are playing these games are really teenagers and younger kids, and they're not going to be a lot of these kids always play games, as it was before the pandemic. Now with the pandemic, they were always playing online games, and now there's just more options with Roblox. So I don't think that we're going to see a reversion there at all. I think kids are still going to be playing games online. I don't think we're going to see them spending less time playing games. So I don't think that's going to be an issue, but that is one of the risks that analysts are pointing out. Another risk is that they do have pretty high losses every year, but that's really because they're just growing at a very rapid rate. Operating losses for 2019 were $76 million, and operating losses for 2020 increased a bit, but the problem is they're growing so fast, so it's expected to have these a lot of operating losses when they're spending a lot of money on growing the platform, making sure it could handle all of the users that are flowing onto and using the platform, and also they need to make sure that the platform continues to grow and can sustain everyone on it. So I don't think the net losses or the reversion to what was going on before the pandemic is an issue. I think people are still going to be playing online games, and I don't think their operating losses are anything to worry about because they are still growing at a very rapid rate. They're competing with companies like EA Games, YouTube, Netflix, Facebook, really anything that captures people's attention online. But I think they're really setting themselves up in a space that not many companies are directly in right now. And it's a platform that has a lot of upside because of all the creators who are always playing games. And it's really like a two-sided marketplace, but for games. And I really like this platform. I think it's great. I think it has a lot of potential long-term. Short term, there are going to be some fluctuations because a $40 billion market cap is pretty high short term with the numbers they're doing, but I still like this company. Let me know what you guys think, if you like the company or not, but make sure to subscribe to my channel. It says a lot of you are not subscribed, so please be sure to do that. Don't forget to get your 4 free stocks, each valued up to $1,600 when you download the Webull investing app using the link down below. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.